You're watching Friday Night Football on Fox Wilmington, sponsored by Browning Tire and Auto and Pelican's Perch Bar and Grill.
It's that time of the week, Friday Night Football conference play continuing for a number of our schools this week. We also have several teams on bye, but we're getting you all caught up over the next 15 minutes or so let's get straight into it. We're going to start off with our game of the week. Two schools entering a combined 8-1. We expected Hoggard to be strong once again this season, but not West Brunswick. They've already won as many games in 2025 as they did in the last two seasons combined. The Trojans haven't topped the Vikings since 2019, trying to write a different story last night on Shipyard Boulevard. With the Vikings setting the tone early, Josiah Borton picked off by Jaquay Locke, and the Vikings going to take advantage of that turnover, marching right down the field on their opening drive. Amari Montgomery with the 3-yard touchdown plunge. Vikings up 7-0. Borton throwing to the back corner. It's Israel Saunders elevating, and you, sir, just got mossed. That was a nasty touchdown grab. But how about this next Hoggard play? You want to see another great touchdown grab? Here you go. Matthew Boring to Dezen Durant. 21-7 Hoggard after that pitch and catch. Just before half now, Boring scrambling to his right, launching one into your living room. The fingertip snag by Micah Hunter. Great hands, and it's 28-7 Vikes. After half now, Hoggard going on a 92-yard, nearly 10-minute drive to just absolutely milk the clock. Gage Henderson caps it off, making it a 34-7 ball game. No stumbling at home for the Vikings, no upset here. They win 34-7. They've got a rivalry matchup next week. Vikings head to New Hanover. Coach Craig Underwood is happy with his 5-0 group.
Thought we played a pretty strong first half. Really pleased with our defensive play. And then offensively, we marched it really well to start the game. You know, had some penalty issues we got to clean up. But overall, really pleased just to be 1-0 in this conference.
More action from Wilmington, a rematch of the first round of last year's state playoffs. Laney looking for revenge against Ashley. First quarter, Laney goes with the QB sneak. Ryan Gallagher gets across the goal line. Laney takes the early 6-point lead. And their offense right back on the field. Gallagher looking to his right, but it's Jalil Bryant, the two-way star for the Screaming Eagles. He gets in front of it for the interception. And that helps Ashley get on the scoreboard right here. Bryson Lovelace out of the Wildcat. Eagles right back in the ball game. Laney's turn now, trying to get some more points on the board. Gallagher hands off to Ellis Williams, and he unleashes some aggression as he gets into the end zone. Laney back in charge of this one. And their defense trying to make a play. They're looking for a big rivalry win at home. Ashley quarterback Carter Kroll feeling pressure all night long. He rolls right, looking for 6, but Jacob McPherson climbs the ladder for the pick. What a play to prevent the score. He gets to celebrate with his teammates after the turnover, and then it's over to the student section with the turnover bell. Laney playing great football right now. They've won 3 of their last 4. Topsail up next after this 21-18 win. Ashley is on bye in week 7. Up the road in Topsail, a couple teams trying to get on track in 2025. Topsail hosting North Brunswick. First quarter of this one, Jonah Campbell with the swing pass over to Kylel Hansley. He breaks away for a large gain down the left sideline before getting knocked out of bounds. Later on in the drive, Kane Jarrett dancing his way in for the 1-yard score. Extra point no good, but it's 6-0 Scorpions. Next Topsail drive, Tyler Vickers throws a screen. Demarion Smith scoops it off the ground and beats everyone to the pylon. The 30-yard touchdown ties up the ball game. 2-point conversion, no good. Into the second quarter now, and it's Jonah Campbell finding his guy Hansley again. This time it's a 40-yard touchdown pass. Just blows by everyone. Extra point tacked on. It's a 13-6 North Brunswick lead. Later in the second quarter, North looking to score some more, but the Pirates defense forcing the fumble. Paxton Lee recovers it, doesn't hear the whistle, so he gets up and rumbles for the short return. That gives the offense some breathing room. Time running down in the first half. Vickers finds Josiah Sidbury right down the seam. That gets the Pirates into scoring range. North Brunswick having a hard time catching up to that man. Topsail can't punch it in though, so they go into half down 7. And North Brunswick takes control from there, winning this one 29-6. Scorpions get to 2-4 on the season. How about our reigning team of the week, the East Bladen Eagles, 4-1 for the first time in 7 years. Hobden looking for the road upset, but Braylon Camardi gets in front for this interception. Eagles defense doesn't capitalize though. so Hobden goes to the ground game. Reginald Thompson breaking a few tackles, gets free and gets in for 6. Hobden strikes first. Later on in the first half, Amir Tate takes the handoff, finds a seam, and he is off to the races. 71 yards to the house, just blows past that entire East Bladen secondary. Wildcats looking for the upset, but Deshaun Campbell says, I've seen enough. This guy's averaging over 100 yards per game on the ground. He breaks a tackle right here, takes this one down all the way to the 1-yard line. The next play, it's pretty simple from there. Just give it to Campbell. He punches it in for 6. Eagles get on the board right before half. Early third quarter, Keyshawn Kemp says it's my turn. QB Keeper takes it in for another Eagles touchdown. And Kemp says there's not going to be a tie game tonight. He takes the keeper to his right, gets in for the 2-point conversion. So the Eagles are up 14-12. This game, though, gets suspended in the second half due to weather. It'll pick up on October 7th at 6:30. East Bladen heads to North Duplin next Friday. West Columbus hosting Lakewood. This was some Thursday night action. A few games shuffled around because of the weather. Vikings looking for win number 1 still this season. First possession, Lakewood fumbles on the exchange, and big Jonas Evans jumps right on it, so the Vikings are in business early. DJ Graham now under center, fakes the handoff and lets this one fly. It's DeMond Williams down there near the end zone, just a few yards short. It's 1st and goal Vikes. And it's Graham calling his own number, makes a move, stretches this one across the plane. 6-0 West Columbus leads. Calvin Lacewell Jr. has something to say, though, about that. A bruising run up the middle right here. Lakewood gets within striking distance. And they're on the goal line now. Lacewell takes the direct snap. He gets in, no problem at all. Leopards take the 1-point lead. And then in the second quarter, a repeat of the play you just saw. Lacewell with the direct snap in for another touchdown. Welcome back to Friday Night Football. James Keenan is coming off a dominant performance last week. They won by 77 points. I don't even know how you can top that, but the Tigers trying to last night against host Rosewood. First offensive possession, Eli Avant pitches to C.J. Hill. He bounces to the outside, follows his blockers, and scampers in untouched. 30 yards to the end zone. James Keenan up 7-zip. Tigers defense forces a punt. It's not a great one. Jamarian Graham's going to take advantage, scooping it up and sprinting past everyone for a house call. James Keenan up quickly, 14-0 in the first quarter. Just a few minutes later, trying to tack on even more to that lead. It's Avant pitching to Jeremiah Hall. He shows off his acceleration and finds the promised land. Tigers lead 21-0 at that point, and they win big again, 49-7 on the road. Keenan back at home next week against Midway. It hasn't been the start to 2025 that Wallace Rose Hill was looking for. The perennial power just 1-3, but they're coming off a bye week and back at home. They're going to give it right here to Jamari Carr. That's a great decision. Look at the shimmy shake and the pause, and then he rolls into the end zone. Wow, that was an incredible run. Later on in the first half, Lamb taking the direct snap. Jamari Lamb rumbling his way into the red zone before he is forced out of bounds and comes right into your living room. That's going to set up an easy Dogs touchdown. Adrian Glover untouched. 28-zip. Wallace Rose Hill in cruise control. Goldsboro with the ball, and just when things couldn't go worse, they do, but then they don't. The fumbled snap is scooped up, and the broken play turns into this. Nasir Davis wide open. Cougars trying to keep it respectable. Wallace Rose Hill regrouping, and they're going to find the end zone again. It's Lamb scoring again, 28-6 at that point, and all Wallace Rose Hill from there. They dominate. 65-6 your final score. Bulldogs heading to Princeton next week. One other final score to show you from Week 6, and remember, a number of our teams are on bye this week. We'll be back in action in Week 7, but let's take a look at Pender at Anson. The undefeated Patriots taking care of business on the road, 46-28 W. Pender back in Burgaw next week. They'll host Clinton. That's all the time we have for you this morning. Thanks so much for joining us this week. Again, we're already over halfway through the regular season of Friday Night Football. Really hard to believe it. Can't wait to see you next Saturday morning. Have a great weekend.